So yeah, I mean, I think that that segues pretty good into the whole masturbation thing.
Right. Simon posted yesterday about masturbation.
Right.
And the thing is, this kind of ties into the hand job thing, because I posted about hand jobs, and hand jobs just really aren't good.
And they make no sense.
Right.
And there's no reason that they exist, and there's no reason why anyone should ever do them, aside from a guy doing it to himself, which is masturbation.
Right, but in this post, I said all the times that I've gotten hand jobs, except for maybe I've maybe gotten 2 hand jobs that I was like, wow, that was a really good hand job.
That was good.
All those times I said I'd rather just be beating off.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like, I know what I'm doing. You don't know what you're doing. I mean, unless I'm giving you, like hand job 101, masturbation 101 for a guy, it just really doesn't make any sense what you're doing.
Right. So what are you you're gonna host a class?
There's gonna be carrots, I think.
A jog.
Possibly
like
huge
Andy
cucumbers.
Dick and
Yeah, exactly. So, anyways, the point of what I was saying was just that I think it's always funny, and the reason why it's always funny is because situations like the one that I wrote about always happen, and they always happen to people who A, masturbate a lot, and B, by the way, I pointed out also that everybody masturbates. I don't really.
Wait, but what is the situation?
Well, the situation is just that you are seeing someone and things aren't going that quickly, or actually it doesn't even matter. It's just someone you don't know that well, that you haven't seriously hooked up with yet, so you don't feel that comfortable with them, and then you beat off, and then randomly they contact you and you still want to see them, and they come over and they're all randy and they get on top of you and start, going for it and going for third base and for the home run,
and you're stuck in the batter's box.
Yeah, and you're
you're at best getting a walk.
Yeah, and it's really muddy and you just don't know how to get out of there, and you're just flaccid and
the first base coach isn't telling you nothing's really happening. But what? I mean, okay, you said it yourself. Everyone masturbates. Okay, that may or may not be true, but what is true is that all guys masturbate.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'd like to know, do you think that it's like when you're in a relationship, do you masturbate still?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like, are you?
100%. Why wouldn't you?
Okay, well, some people don't think you should masturbate when you're in a relationship.
Why? Because it's having sex with yourself and that'd be cheating on them? Because that doesn't really make any sense.
No, that's not. I mean, it's like you need something extra more than that person.
Well, no. I mean, you just can't have sex like 14 times a day. So.
Well, I can.
Well, yeah. If you're practicing tantric sex, then perhaps that's the case. But I don't really know otherwise.
You're not Sting.
No,
you kind of look like Sting.
Do it.
Yeah, I love
that. So, anyways, the point is just that it always makes situations like that are hilarious, and guys tend to want to joke about stuff like that. And I mean, those are the kinds of situations that I just
joke about stuff like what?
Oh, the masturbation and just the more masturbation and the fact that people do it all the time, and that a lot of people think you go blind if you masturbate too much. And,
no, that was in 1950.
Yeah, well, that was in 1950, but also. So, anyways, the whole point is that having sex with yourself like that in that situation, people do it all the time, but it's just not a bad thing. It's not a thing that should break or divide people apart unless you're in a situation specifically like that. That's also not to say that you shouldn't be masturbating and you should just like be waiting for the person to show up. And I mean, it's not really.
It's interesting that you said you're going to host a masturbation course because you're hosting one right now. By the way, have you ever used any of those weird ass like pocket pussies or the fleshlight?
No, I actually never have, but I always see them and I'm like, I wonder if that feels the same as like, because that's not even really like, is that masturbating? Like
I don't know, but you know how my favorite part of those things is how they show you the image of the fleshlight rubber in the dishwasher with your other dishes, as if someone would actually wash their pocket pussy with their bowls. Honey, let's empty the dishwasher. It's like bowl, that goes in the cabinet. The plate goes over there. The pocket pussy goes in the second drawer next to the silverware.
Oh, I'm leaving this weekend, so you're definitely gonna need that. Like
the only thing that you put like a bubbler. It's like a bubbler, a fleshlight, and like a beer can. You're gonna reuse the beer can. And then like a prescription bottle of Xanax or something.
Yeah, I mean we're really going deep places into sex toy conversation. We want to do that, but yeah, I mean, we definitely saw a bachelorette party at a bar a couple weekends ago where they had a dildo and these rings. And they were very clearly not, we were in a group of like 8 or 9 people, and they were trying to like, they thought that it was a really good idea to just like approach people, and it was very clear they were not having nearly as much fun as we were, and it was just Friday night. For us, we were just sitting there like talking. And
this girl had this like very small dildo coming out of her cleavage, and you're tossed like doing like a ring, what's that game?
Horseshoes?
Horseshoes, yeah. It's like horseshoes, shut up. It's like horseshoes on this like dildo, and they just seemed like they had to be doing it.
And they loved it, and they were really serious about it. They kept just being like, rings, here, throw it on the dildo, throw it on the dildo. That means something because it's bachelorette party. Like,
right. Now, you posted about our bachelor party experience earlier. Right. I was under the impression that every bachelor party is supposed to involve a strip club.
I was too, and I'm pretty sure actually what happened was 70% of the people there didn't really want to do that, which is not actually the issue. It's not the issue that they didn't want to do it, because I think that's actually part of it. I would say that that's actually part of it, making people do things that make them uncomfortable. Right. Because even if you've never been to a strip club, which for some reason I never have, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But even if you've never been, it's probably a little uncomfortable when you first walk in. I'd imagine you walk in and you go, okay, well, there's a girl with no shirt on. And then you realize, okay, well, now they're stripping and now they're dancing in front of you and blah, blah, blah. All this stuff happens, but I'd still imagine that it puts people out of their comfort zone unwilling.
Right, well, what I'm getting at more is just the fact that I don't actually know what, like, I thought a bachelor party was supposed to be like the most debaucherous weekend of your life, right? Before you decide that you're not going to do anything like that ever again.
Yeah, exactly. Which all it did for me was, if you read all those text messages I was sending with my friend, all it did for me was just make me so goddamn drunk that I don't ever want to do that again. But I kind of learned that. That's about the 20th time I've learned that.
Well, the problem is, if you have all these expectations, right? I mean, that wasn't even remotely close to the most debaucherous.
Oh, not even. No. That was just. See, that's what I was saying. Is my mom asked me. She goes, "Do you what did you do? What do you guys do in Vegas?" I'm like, "Well, we spend a lot of money and we drink a ton." And that's exactly what we did. We spent a lot of money and we drank a ton. Right. It was, and I literally told her, I said, it wasn't anything like a bachelor party was like. It was the same as the last time we all went to Vegas. The exact same.
But I mean, for me, it kind of makes me want to
go super nuts the next time.
No, I mean, how do you I don't. This is just fucking stupid. I'd rather just go on any random weekend to Vegas and be like, all right, I'm going to stay at the Rhino for 14 straight hours. Why don't we just do that one weekend and then have, go to, Mexico and hang out?
It really makes a lot. I know.
And then we can just, and then instead of going to the strip club, we can just beat off.
Yeah, no.
And then get terrible handjobs. Instead of getting terrible handjobs for the strippers that you're paying $250 per 3 minutes for.
No, man. No.
Okay, you've never been to a strip club, actually, but when you go to a strip club, the standard is that they give you a handjob for the duration of one song for a flat fee.
Can I have Stairway to Heaven? Or
so, yeah, right? Give me, I don't even know, Rapper's Delight or something, 13 minutes. Because you're, halfway there, and then you're like, oh, God. What? This is ridiculous. I should have just stuck with the 5.
Sweet blue balls in a strip club.
Yeah, I should have stuck with the lap dance.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Well, thanks for tuning in. I think,
it's been some banter. This is exactly what we want.
I think that, if you're going to take anything from this, it would be make sure that you use tongue during a BJ, or the guy is going to need to use the excuse to break up with you, which is going to lead to either 5 or 6 awkward hand jobs from other girls throughout the week, or just beating off.
Which is always hilarious.
And then a girl will call you right after that happens.
And then
you'll be fucked.
And if you're a stripper.
Well, not literally.
If you're a stripper, choose the short songs.
Choose the short songs, right. But if you're the patron, you want to choose Stairway to Heaven or Rapper's Delight.
Exactly.
All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.